Now let's look at the lyrics and try to analyze them. The beast still shouts for what it's yearning, he stokes the fire, desires burning. Now, if you've listened to the whole song and read all the lyrics, you can probably already tell that this is about addiction, specifically alcoholism, the darkest spot in James Hetfield's life. In case you don't know, James Hetfield has been to rehab twice in his life for alcoholism. And now when he says, the beast still shouts, I think he means that even now he still feels tempted to drink. So I'm guessing the beast is inside him, the never-ending quenchless craving, the unforgiving misbehaving. Quenchless, yes, because for some people it's never enough, it never gets enough. And it can be way too difficult to stop drinking. The unforgiving misbehaving. Now, of course, I wish it were the unforgiven instead. It would have been a really strong reference. But anyway, if darkness had a son, here I am. Temptation is his father. Now, this is really important because I think this is where he relates the alcoholism to his past, his childhood, and his relationship with his family. Again, if you don't know this, James had an abnormal childhood. His father went away when he was 14, I believe, and then when he was 16, his mother died from cancer. So what I'm guessing here is that since he's saying temptation is his father, then maybe he's saying that darkness is his mother. Now, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to completely interpret this, so I think we're going to have to wait to hear from James. Or if you can help and you know more than I do, then go ahead and comment. Then he says, I bathe in holy water, and this can be understood in many ways. James came from a super religious family, so this could be a reference to religion and the way it would deal with alcoholism, or the holy water could be a metaphor for alcohol. Now here comes the most important part. Temptation, leave me be. I'm sure many people have noticed this and remembered this. Before Metallica released Saint Anger in 2003, there was sort of a demo album called the Presidio album. Not really a demo since none of the songs actually made it to Saint Anger, but one of the songs was called Temptation, and you can see Metallica playing it in the documentary Some Kind of Monster. The last line on Temptation is the one on If Darkness Had a Son. Now, first of all, this put a smile on my face because it's a very old song and I never thought they would use it. And by the way, the only thing they used from that record was Shadows from the Cross, which became one of the main riffs on All Nightmare Long. And second, it could be James's way of describing how it feels to be triggered, to remember the things you've went through a long time ago and even have to suffer them all over again. So paint your eyes as black as sorrow. This could be about James not being himself at some point in his life and hiding his true identity in pain and struggling in silence. Or maybe falling into depression and living inside your head, not letting yourself see anything around you anymore, and losing touch with reality and life. Hide yourself behind tomorrow. This could be about taking tomorrow for granted and neglecting the fact that this addiction could indeed take away tomorrow from you. The nightmare search for infiltration and domination, captivation, I think is going back again to his childhood here. I want to talk about something. It's called the unconscious. In psychoanalysis, one of the most essential ideas is the things that we unconsciously do in adulthood after childhood as a result of what happened in our childhoods. Now, that's a really deep and complicated topic and we're not going to get into it. I just want to say that I think that this is what it's about. Return again to where it's darkest. I think this could be about one of two things. The first is returning to alcoholism, which, like I said, has happened recently to James, or returning to all the memories, the flashbacks, and the insecurities that he has carried from his childhood. But I'm leaning more towards the latter, and here's why. Dragging home this heathen harvest. Now, I mentioned that James came from a strictly religious family, and we do not know how this family reacted and dealt with James bringing back home all the things that he picked up in his teenage. The things that his family rejected. Good things like metal music and bad things like alcoholism. So you can only imagine him being rejected from his family and his community. All the children subjugated, manipulated, propagated. These kinds of families attempt to make you submit to their ideas, to their thoughts and beliefs. They go ahead and manipulate you and gaslight you instead of acknowledging the bad things that they do and admitting the abuse, the neglect, and the ignorance. and the children just end up being messed up. They lose touch with reality. They use the wrong mental tactics to understand life. And most of the time they have to deal with these things for the rest of their lives. That is how essential and crucial family relations can be to a child. I'm telling you, these lyrics are amazing. They are so good and well thought out. And you can tell already that this album is all about mental health, struggles, and childhood. I cannot wait to hear the rest. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me if you agree with my lyrical analysis. If you don't, feel free to add to my information. Thanks again, have fun, enjoy the new Metallica song. I'll see you next time.